Night Angel is a lighted wall outlet cover plate that installs in seconds and provides light automatically and shuts off when it's light. But does it really work? That's what I'm going to find out in this review of Night Angel. Night Angel works by replacing your standard wall outlet cover. It has two prongs which connect to the screws on the sides of the outlet cover on the inside. It draws the power from that, and there's a light sensor which, when it's dark enough, it will engage the three LED lights, and when it's light enough, it will turn them off. If that sounds familiar, you've probably seen advertisements for a product called Snap Power Guide Lights, which I don't think it's unreasonable to say that Night Angel is essentially the As Seen on TV knockoff of Snap Power. I like to do everything by the book here, and the first step of the instructions state to cut the power to the plug, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Now let's see what happens. Alright, so changing it out is as simple as just changing out your wall cover, so let's see how that goes. So I have the Night Angel in place. I'm going to go turn the power back on and see how it works. It's not working. Right now it's not working. So maybe I'll try a different outlet and see if maybe there's something wrong with this one, but I know that's how it works. Maybe the screws aren't really in the right place. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Back out to the outlet box to cut the power to that outlet again. Next up, I'm going to try bending those prongs inward and seeing if I can get them to fit a little bit better. Well, I'm not sure what to do next. I tried pushing the prongs together and it still doesn't work. Night Angel has just rolled out to stores in February 2017, so I found one at a local Target and picked it up, brought it home, and it didn't work right out of the box. So I couldn't find much information on Night Angel, so I ended up looking at help files for Snap Power, and it was suggested to bend the prongs in to adjust the tightness of the screw, to turn it upside down. I tried all those and none of it worked. I tried a few more outlets in my house, that didn't work either, so I concluded that Night Angel was a bad unit and I had to return it and get another one. So I went back to a different Target and found the only Night Angel there, brought it home, and it didn't work either. Alright, this is my second Night Angel that I bought. The first one did not work at all, so I'm going to try this one. Right now these are kind of hard to find, so there aren't that many left that I've been able to see in Las Vegas, so hopefully this one works. At that point I thought maybe that I really just was having a problem finding an outlet that it worked properly with, so I tried outlet after outlet until I actually found one that worked, to my surprise. So I'm kind of shocked right now because after trying the second Night Angel, and it didn't work on the first outlet either, I decided I'm going to try it in every outlet in my house until I find one that works. And on the sixth outlet, it actually worked. I'm actually shocked right now. But even still, it still seems like I have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it to turn on and off. So here's what I'm seeing. Right now, I will turn this lamp off and it'll be pitch black in here. Oh, it works. I'm standing right here in front of it. I wouldn't say it's terribly bright, but at this point, I just feel lucky that it's even working. So I'm going to see if the original one that I bought, if I can find an outlet for it to work in, because I almost took it back thinking it was broken, but apparently the Night Angel is just very picky on which outlets that it likes to work with. So that made me think I should go get the original one that I thought was broken and try it on some outlets I hadn't tried yet, and surprisingly, it also worked. I'm determined to get this other Night Angel to work, so I'm going to see how many outlet covers it's going to take to get it to work. That's a no-go on that one. Here's outlet cover number 2. Hey, what do you know? Oh, I had it for a second there. Eventually, I stopped going outside and cutting the power because I noticed that as I was installing it, it was making and breaking contact with those screws so often that I didn't think cutting the power really mattered at that point. Hello. Wait, it was just working. There it goes. Alright, if nobody moves, it will. Well. Oh, come on. It's kind of working. Alright, we have light once again. Again, it's not terribly bright, but you really have to kind of finagle it in the outlet cover. It doesn't seem like it's as, at least in my case, as easy as sticking it on and it works. There definitely is some trial and error, and the outlet covers that I wanted to use it on, I could never get it to work on those. I'll show you how it looks when I turn the light on and off on this particular outlet. I just went and turned on another nearby light and it shut off. But actually that's about how I'd want it to perform, so some people might think that's kind of sensitive. Some people might want it on in this particular dim lit environment, but I actually think this is where it should go off. So when it gets in place, the sensor seems like it works pretty well for my case, but you might feel differently. Couldn't get it to work there. Couldn't get that one to work. That one didn't work. That one didn't work. And that one didn't work. When my wife came home later that night, she loved the way they looked. She said, "Oh, they're beautiful." She didn't see what I went through trying to get it to work. The biggest problem is that the areas that I wanted to use it, I couldn't use it because I couldn't get either one of them to work in those outlets. Now, there's other outlets that it doesn't work with either. If you have an older outlet that doesn't have the screws in the sides, it won't work on those either. But again, once you get it to work, it's actually not bad. If you can get Night Angel to work for you right out of the box, you'll probably like it. I think it does a pretty good job. It's not the brightest light, but the fact that it shuts on and off automatically is pretty nice. But in my case, I can't even use it in the room I wanted to. It's in my bedroom, and I bought it for my living room. I found that I had to finagle it. It took me about 6 different outlets to get one to work. I bought a second one thinking the first one didn't work. Eventually I got that one to work in an outlet in my room also. My wife loves the way they look, but I'm not sure if $10 a piece is really worth it for a product I can't even use where I originally intended to use it. What do you think of Night Angel? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this review, I would appreciate a subscribe so I can continue to bring you as seen on TV product reviews in the future. Until next time, this is James White with Freakin' Reviews. Thank you.